Keith Duplisea just celebrated his 3rd year of being drug-free, but it hasn't been an easy journey for him or his family. He has overdosed a few times while battling this addiction and even needed to be resuscitated by paramedics after being found unresponsive by his neighbor.
He started doing CPR and he called the paramedics, and my dad's a firefighter in Hudson, so luckily they worked on me longer than probably what they normally would have. And I had known before that I need to change my life around, and I had for a while. It just, you just have moments of weakness, and that was one of them. And then I just was like, I knew at that point, I was like, I can't be doing this anymore.
Duplicea's best friend, John Testa, died last year from an overdose. His memory now serves as a reminder and a motivator to not use drugs again.
Every day that I don't use anymore is a good day, so it's just like, but having the 3 years is just like, it is a milestone. It makes me feel good, and it makes me feel like everything that I'm doing is for a greater purpose.
Alcohol and marijuana were the first drugs Duplisea tried in high school.
We use drugs to mask our emotions, how we're feeling, because we're sad inside, because we struggle with something, and drugs are there to cover it up. So when you stop doing the drugs, you still have an underlying problem, and you kind of have to fix that if you ever want to get better.
Duplisea believes kids in high school tried drugs and alcohol to make friends and fit in.
You just want to feel accepted, so I mean, everyone's doing drugs then, and I mean, I just thought like changing how I felt could change me, you know, it could make me cooler and able to hang in with those kids. And I mean, it did for a little while, it definitely does, but I mean, all those kids that I was hanging out with are not doing anything now.
Being addicted to a drug affects you both physically and mentally.
Before even heroin, I was doing cocaine, and that's when I knew I was addicted to it, because it wasn't like a physical addiction like heroin is, but I was mentally addicted to it. Like, I could not stop thinking about it, and I would do anything for it, so I knew then that I was going to be addicted to drugs. With the opiates, it's different than other drugs, because not only are you mentally addicted to it, you're physically addicted to it too. Like when you don't do it, you get sick, and the sickness is like, it's like being on the flu, and your whole body just, it feels like you're dying, basically. So, I mean, that's when you really know that you're addicted, and once you're like that, you'll do anything for it.
Here's some advice from one recovering addict to anyone out there struggling with an addiction.
That there's a light at the end of the tunnel. I mean, if you can find it, I mean, yeah, there's a whole lot of stuff to do out there. There's a whole other world you can see, and once you put that stuff down, your eyes really open to it.
It's important for recovering addicts to have hobbies or something that interests them to keep their mind off of drugs. Duplisea fishes with his friends, plays music, snowboards, works out, really anything active. He credits his family and especially his mom for being a big influence in his life.
She always stuck through it. I mean, when no one else did, when nobody else believed in me, when I didn't believe in me at all. I mean, I had given up on myself a long time ago and was miserable, and I just didn't really want to be around anymore. And she kind of always knew that there was something inside me that was worth fighting for.